One of my all-time favorite movie is Princess Bride. It's a classic. Sometimes I like documentaries, but I never really thought I would like it in a comic book format. But Andre the Giant is an excellent reason why it's actually a really good idea, a really smart thing to do a comic book about your life in a comic book format. For example, if you're making a movie or if you're doing a documentary, you maybe cannot get Hulk Hogan to talk about Andre the Giant, but if you're doing it in a comic book, you can draw him. Pretty interesting and pretty cool. You have the ability to do Hulk Hogan in a comic book format talking about Andre the Giant. If I can tell you something, then I have to tell you that I'm not really into wrestling. I mean, I don't really understand. The only thing what I know about it is pretty much what I know about magicians. They all fake. Spoiler alert. Sorry. Also, what I find really interesting in this graphic novel was the author didn't know Andre the Giant personally, but he wrote and drew this book from the things what he find about him, and he did this book how he think other people saw him, and I think that's pretty impressive. Also, what I find really interesting in a comic book format as a documentary is we have the opportunity to see him as a kid and see him how he's struggling through elementary or high school, and how he dealing with his family, and how he's working at home, and how he became a legend in front of our eyes. That's something what not many documentary could do. What I think about him is pretty much that he was one of the kindest person in this planet. Obviously after Kristen Bell. Seeing through an entire career during some panels, it's pretty impressive and very cool. Because he was that kind of person who makes you smile even from a paper. And I think not many people able to do things like that. The art was very simple, and I think that's why it was such an easy reading experience, because you just take a look to the page and you just go through like in 2 seconds, and in that 2 seconds you spending at least 1.5 seconds just to look at the draws and try to smile on them, because they're gonna make you smile and they're gonna bring feelings out of you, which is I think pretty important, and pretty much that's the reason why you're making art in the first place. Because there isn't too many word balloon. It's a cool and easy way to learn English at the same time, which is, especially for me who not really good at this language, is a great experience. For me, Andre the Giant is a legend, and this comic book just made me stronger in this picture about him, what I had in my head, that he's a great guy, he was a great guy, and his life was impressive, especially because of his size. I mean, just look at him. How tall is he, right? He's like a giant, I mean like a human giant, so it's pretty amazing. Till next time, read more comic book and see you there.